Hello and welcome everyone once again here to the Gnostic Takeover, the channel where we have the audacity and the confidence that has been all lost in this matrix of fear, culturalization and mind control. Oh, you can't do it. Why should you do it? Because I am the one to do it. Because no one else is doing it. Oh, we're right back in the middle of things. It may seem like the Gnostic Takeover was never gone. I look better, don't I? Yeah. Goodness me, have I got a story to tell to you. It's a massive story. You know, in the last video, some in the comments did pick up on the fact that I looked the way I looked, kind of a little bit like me and Liz in our quest to take back the earth. Nothing has changed here at the Gnostic Takeover. You've not seen me here for quite a while. Nothing has changed. It's all still about the takeover, which we're right in the middle of things, in the thick of things. It's all happening. It all comes in stages. It's an unfolding process in the dream reality of the plant medicine experience, ayahuasca and the Torah, the truth vibration, the truth frequency that syncs you with the reality of the heart. What an experience it is. And I zoomed in to show you where I'm taking you. It's our special place, you know, some may know. Oh yes. Some people brought some wood fire here for a nice bonfire. Some wood. Oh, what a beauty. Yeah, Liz has just left me. I asked her if she wanted to say hello, but she was fine with just going into the forest. You know, she has a different role to me. I'm more the shaman, journalist who's out in the open, confronting the archons directly, as a Gnostic, as a shaman. Alright? And she stays more in the background. Right, she gives great support to me. I couldn't be able to do what I'm doing without the great Liz. She's picking a new fresh batch of wild garlic. Don't know if you know about that. Go and look it up. It's absolutely delicious and it grows in abundance here in the forest. We've made pesto with it already. Quite a few glasses. Oh, it's delicious, and I can't tell you what a joy it is to be able to eat again. Me and Liz have just completed, and I am not kidding you. Alright, I mean, all of you guys and girls listening in here. Also, the network is here, of course. How should it be different? We've just completed 52 days of fasting only with water. Jeez. I mean, what do you say to something like this? I mean, it's one thing hearing that and you get quite the shock. I mean, we had to go so deep in our trust to the plant medicine like never before. I mean, we were literally all the way to hell and back again. We experienced hell. I was there. I had shamanic experiences also. I mean, I was literally in a state that was on the 49th day, and it was like for 2 days like that, at least 2 days. It got better when we broke the fast. Look, I can show you the wild garlic here. This is how it looks like. Can you see it? Yeah, there we've got the beauty, and it is abundant here. Can you see that? And it spreads all over here. Oh my goodness. Makes me want to pick some again too. You make a pasta with it, you can make the most delicious food with it. And you don't have to buy garlic because you've got wild garlic, the green stuff, the green gold. Sun is coming out. So when the Gnostic Takeover speaks, the sun is coming out. Oh my goodness. So on the 49th day of fasting, I literally saw double when we walked to the source. Okay, I always call it the source because it's a fountain of water. That is a source of drinking water. The best water that we have here in the surroundings. And yeah, maybe we meet Liz. Maybe we pay her a little visit. All right. And I literally saw double the whole way. I had to focus my attention on the floor walking because it was so... I was between two dimensions, and literally at the end of our fast we experienced hell. We experienced Satan, Shaitan, the shadow, in materialized form, not hallucinating, but in the form of my father, Christopher Martin Weyebrow, and my mother, Maria Weyebrow. I mean, it was an unbelievable experience. I've got so many things to tell. I can't cover it all in today's walk and talk. This is just as refreshments and an update. The Gnostic Takeover is back. This is the 15th day after breaking our fast. And I can't tell you, me and Liz, we're still in a state where we need lots of time to recuperate after 52 days. I mean, it's just been incredible. Also, we were hit with so many things. I mean, we blew the absolute lid of everything. This is why we did the fasting. Okay, it is fasting that makes you transcend the matrix control system. Exactly what no one wants to do. Oh, you want to get out of the matrix? You want to live a free life? Well, go ahead and do some fasting. I mean, that's not what people want to hear. Yeah. But the thing is, if you really want to be free, you have to be open to be able to listen to that which you do not want to hear. So maybe it's not such a secret visit, but let's just go right ahead. Liz, what's up? I just talked about the wild garlic. So what are you doing here?
Collecting it.
Wow. So what can you tell the people about the white, the green gold, as I called it?
It's one of the most healthy white wild herb. You can have it in spring. It's amazing. We did a pesto a few days ago, and it's the most potential.
Most potent?
Most potent wild herb. It's really garlic at the beginning. Now, after a few days freezing, it getting more mild.
Mild, yeah. So it was very sharp, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Very hot also.
Yeah, and in the beginning you can collect in the peter leaves.
Yeah.
Because the small ones are really, really poor.
They're tough. They really want to, recreate the chili effect.
Yeah.
For you. So.
But it gets mild after a few days freezing, and it helps the white garlic increasing more.
Yeah. The thing is, people have not seen you for quite a while.
Yeah.
So how have you been? I mean, how have things been? I've just told them we've been to hell and back. What would you say when I say that, when it comes to our fasting experience? 52 fucking days. I mean, what do you say?
It was amazing.
What the fuck went on there?
Yeah, it was.
What was it? Shamanism?
Yes, it was shocking experience, but also a really amazing experience.
Was it transformational?
Yeah.
Would you say it's the foundation to transcend the matrix control system?
Yes, the only one.
The only one?
The only one.
So you have the wisdom, the experience of fasting.
Yeah.
And you say it's the only way to transcend this matrix control system?
Yes, otherwise you can't connect with your true self. And bringing the program inside of you, really breaking down.
Yeah, to bring forward the program.
Yeah.
And the program has to come forward from the subconscious to the conscious.
So you can let it break it down.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of emotional purchase, I would say. But
which the archons even try to intervene in this process.
Yeah, and to stop it.
Yeah, okay. And we alchemically transformed it through the true art of true spirituality and shamanism.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So shamanism is back. It's not somewhere in Siberia and only in the Andes of the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah, no, it's in middle of Europe.
It's in the middle of fucking Austria. In the mountains, mate. The crazy Englishman who has quite the accent. It's not quite English. It's not quite German. But shamanism and Gnosticism is here. It's back.
And not like other people try to convince us. We need to get a true shaman who works with us. Yes, to subordinate ourselves to them.
To have control over your process.
Yeah.
Because isn't it true? It's the plant medicine that gives you the education and that teaches you, and this is where they want to intervene and put in place a middleman, another shaman, who you subordinate so you do not get the energy and information transmission from the sacred plant medicine ayahuasca and datura directly.
And these people frames. It's a drug.
Oh, yeah.
You are a drug addiction.
Yeah.
Even we are not taking the plant medicine since more than 1 year. So to be a drug addiction,
yeah.
You have to take it every day.
Addiction is actually recreational drugs.
Yeah, or every day or every week.
Yeah, and with plant medicine, the last time we took it was at the end of December 2022. That was the 27th of December 2022. And since then, no need for it.
No.
Because you have the guidance of the medicine
inside of you.
Exactly.
And it comes even more when you are fasting, even it's a long time.
Yeah.
It was like a reborn.
And rewiring of your entire neural network.
And it is also, it helps you. Like a little child, the first day after fasting, breathing, it helps you, these two plants, help you to like little children to walk.
Mm-hmm. And she helps you to build strength in the first few days.
Yes, because it's amazing after breaking this fasting experience. You are like a little child. You can't even walk really. And after one day, and the next day after fasting breaking, we go to the groceries and to the
supermarket,
market and things like that to buy fruits and also vegetables that we need, salads, and it was amazing. I couldn't work like normal. I have to take for Stephen, for example, to help me to go.
Yeah.
And even then I couldn't see really.
It was blurry.
Yeah.
Blurry vision.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people making me. It was like a little child. Little child doesn't like a lot of people around them. You look at the people and you don't have any connection. You are only focused on yourself and the things you need and maybe recognize, because you can see really clear.
Yeah, very good.
And you go step by step, and help you. The plant medicine help you to get on your feet again.
Yeah, we've literally entered a new world. That's what I'm going to be talking about now. We leave Liz doing her art, her great art. Thank you for speaking to the audience again. Okay, so we don't hide Liz, in the cellar.
People tell this, Liz hide herself.
Yeah. Whatever they say, they can, stick it up their ass. All right, Liz. Take care. Thanks. That was great. So, good. That's what I want to talk about. It's a very good description by Liz. So when we went shopping, she needed some support from me. Because her legs were not strong enough to walk powerfully like we're used to. So we went to hell and back again. We completely blew the lid off the incredible story that's unfolding here with me and my stay here in my parents' house. It's all guidance by the plant medicine, ayahuasca and datura, for everything accelerated in this takeover, the Gnostic takeover. Ever since I went to St. Corona, I've talked about this many times. And after St. Corona, people will know, when you've been on this channel for a longer time, me and Liz, Errol and Liz's child, when she was still with us, we were homeless for 7 to 8 weeks. And we stayed at a friend of Liz for 6 weeks, and then we struggled from one day to the next. We lived in a hotel room for 10 days, and then we got our apartment in Schoenfeld, outside of Vienna, in Neulangbach. And after having this apartment, it didn't take 2 weeks and we were back doing the medicine work as the medicine man and the medicine woman that me and Liz are, bringing back shamanism to its original natural healing, I can say, to have the base reinstalled of how to transcend this control system. This is what all of this is all about. And we were just passed from one level of the network to the other. So in Schoenfeld we did 2 ayahuasca datura ceremonies with Errol. Errol was taken away by the police 4 days after the second ceremony. He was taken away. Errol is still the mystery man. Okay. Is he a CIA Mossad agent, or was he a really good shaman? Difficult to say, because there were many good things also about Errol, how he prepared us for this time. So our landlord of the house that we lived in was a network member, so we also put him on notice. We wrote notices of liability, and after the second ceremony, after the 2 ceremonies, on the 28th of February 2022, Liz's child was kidnapped. Human trafficking happening right in front of our eyes. Kidnapping of a little child, or from this pedo-satanic criminal network. They attacked us, and since then we have just walked the path of incredibly deep shadow work. After Schoenfeld, that was at the end of January 2023, the medicine brought us here to my parents' home. And no, this is not a coincidence. This universe, this source of life does not do coincidences. This is wrong thinking. This is a mind virus that they've placed in the mind, and at the very base of it lies a separatist worldview, a worldview of separation, in which is contained the worldview of materialism. This is the way they control the masses, where subconsciously, when you are in this mass hypnosis, subconsciously you fear your environment because you're not sure where another threat may come, because you don't know that everything is holistically interconnected, interwoven energy fields, and that you, with your psyche, have the microcosm contained within you that projects the macrocosm, your environment. So what is there to fear? You are your environment, fully connected. But with this mind virus, this mass hypnosis, most people here on earth are still under the spell, and it takes a mighty long process to deprogram, transcend this worldview of separation, materialism, where you see yourself as separate, you the self separate from your environment. That has to go, for there is where the fear is. You don't have to fear yourself. So there are no coincidences. There are only synchronicities. And the medicine brought us to my family for a very specific reason. And I'm going to be talking about that now. Isn't it great to be back? Yeah. It has actually come to the surface through the fasting. Oh my goodness, and I tell you, did my biological father, Christopher Martin Wybra, expose himself? Oh, he gave it all away. He has to. Jeez. We had the police trespass on our property. Wait, I can calculate that. 40, 25, that's 6, 40. On the 34th day of fasting, 35th day, 34th day, the first encounter where a bailiff showed up from the court with the police, and they trespassed on our property again, all to intimidate Liz to give her signature, which they would have used for the kidnapping of Leonie. They all worked together, and I'm gonna tell you, my parents are, I mean, it's just unbelievable. That is the truth. I know it, and I will never change my mind. Because I tell you, these people, they want to fuck up your mind and manipulate you and have you doubt yourself and your perception of reality. Yeah. But they can't with me because I'm too fucking intelligent. It was my parents who gave the order for the kidnapping of Leonie, because already back then in St. Corona we took down what I thought at the time was the high priest of Satanism here in Austria. I was mistaken. I've got an update for you on that. It was a priest, but not the highest. He's a lower rank priest, very high up the hierarchy of Satanism. Here in the center of Satanism in Austria. Austria is the worldwide global center of Satanism. And the order to kidnap the child of Liz came from my parents, Christopher Martin Wybra and Maria Wybra, for the reason that it just so happens, and he fully exposed that during the fasting. We had police there, I mean, I'm just going to say 5 times, with the emergency, not with the freaking fire brigade, no, with a doctor. They also had the plan to put us in a mental institution again, just putting pressure on us, even though we were fasting already the 44th day or something. I mean, just putting pressure. We were in hell. But we knew how to defend ourselves with the law, natural law. Couldn't touch us. And he even physically attacked Liz on the 51st or 52nd day of fasting. No, it was actually the last day of fasting, the day we broke the fast. He attacked Liz and me physically with the fist. This guy is incredible, incredibly aggressive. He's so out of control emotionally, and then he lies into your face and says that he didn't do it. What a wanker. I'm just gonna say how I feel about you. You little prick. Okay, you little dummy. I've got you checkmated intellectually, spiritually and intelligently on all levels. What are you gonna do, huh, Christopher? What are you gonna do? Nothing. Because nothing is dependent on you. Because creation doesn't depend on stupidity. You exposed yourself, Christopher. And thank you for that. Because that brought me into the heart. Your physical attacks. Your psychological warfare. Psychological terrorism that you did every single day. Going into our room. Creating your loop all the time. The same loop. Bringing us tea, although we didn't want tea. Did it for at least 2 weeks. Brought us tea and 50 euros. Because he wanted us to break our fast, because we would expose him as being the high priest of Satanism internationally. The English side that married the Austrian side of an intergenerational family that sits on the highest level of the pyramidical, hierarchical control structure of the religion of Satanism. My family is the highest above the Rothschilds and all these little actors on the highest level of the pyramid of control here on earth. The Vatican is for show, the Truman Show, it's the front. People stop with their investigation. Oh, it's the Vatican and you have to deregister your straw man or own your straw man, and then you're sovereign, and then you are all talking bullshit. I know it because I made the experience. It all leads nowhere. It's interesting to know how it's set up, but it is the structural control system, the surface level of the control system. But what is the center of the energetic control system? Have you ever thought about that? Who has ever thought about that? That's the real level to find out where the center of the axis of evil really lies. And it is the family Weibrow. And from the English side, got married in 1986 with the Austrian side. Austria was always the center of Satanism. Family Hofmeier. Family Schwarz, which is black. Their dog is also black. Okay? And it's called Nero, which means black. Yeah. And they have an incredible front. Okay, she's a teacher in the high school. Oh, and you would never suspect it. You meet her, no way. She's the highest up. Actually, the matrix is a matriarchy. At the highest level sits the high priestess. That is my biological mother. And underneath her, subservient to her, is the high priest of Satanism, my biological father. The reason why I know it is my family, and they create contracts in secrecy that no one knows about, otherwise it wouldn't be secret. That are then imposed on the world. One family at the top, at the highest, they've got the energetic control. And they have the most powerful of fronts to not have you find out. And I did find out because the only way to find out is through the alliance and through energetic shamanic work with the plant medicine ayahuasca and datura, the source of ultimate power, the force of ultimate power and ultimate intelligence. And it has to be someone within the family who takes over. It's the reason why within every satanic family, okay, and this is, my family is just the highest up, okay, and they have to hide the highest level of this control system like nothing else, because if you take over, you take over the whole matrix. And this is what's going to happen. This is the takeover. This is the nature of the takeover. This is my personal life path. This is the reason why I came here on earth. This is the reason why I know it's my family, because everything else wouldn't make sense. There is no coincidence. There's only synchronicity. This is the reason why in every satanic family that is subservient, that have all the monopolies, the monopoly on silver, the monopoly on the food supply, on the wheat growing, on the soya beans, on whatever you can think of, they have a monopoly on. And that's those families that have controlled the society. When we go back in history, we can go back to the middle of the 19th century, maybe even before that. And they traumatize their children systematically because were someone of their children to walk the path of the medicine, shamanism, heal their traumas, walk the path that I did, they have the potential through the bloodline, okay, through the genetics. That's the reason why archons are so obsessed with genetics and DNA and the whole Monsanto DNA transformation, okay, changing the genetical setup and structure of the human towards transhumanism and AI connection of the neural network with AI. Let's connect some dots here, shall we? Because if someone like me within the family of the highest level that controls this matrix control system energetically were to go for the takeover, that is the only way you can take over, is through the family. And then you take over the whole heritage of the family and you take over everything. And this is what is going to happen. This is what they feared would happen. This is exactly what has happened and continues to happen. It is subject to a process of unfoldment. Alright, I can only give you updates on where we stand in the moment. And we stand at a very good place here right now. And it's moving forward powerfully. So, the reason why I know they are who they are is because they have systematically been so up in arms against me and the path that I've taken. Ever since I dropped my studies and I started traveling Austria, giving talks on 5G, and then holding lectures and giving speeches at the demonstration in Linz during the corona crisis. I've got so much to share with you, can't do everything here in this video. I've always systematically gotten more and more in my way, trying to persuade me to leave the path that I was on, because they knew if I continue the path, I will take over completely. And this is where I am right now, at a point where I've gone such a long way. Dropped my studies in 2017. For some reason I'm still here. I'm not the loser that everyone thinks I am. Or people say, oh, you dropped your studies, what are you going to do now? I'm going to take back the earth. That's what I'm going to do. That's the vision, and I will do it no matter what. I face all my fears. I don't give a fuck, because I've got the source of all creation behind me, the truth behind me, the love in my heart behind me for Earth, for mankind, for the great vision of a better world. No one can stop me. That's power. I will never leave this path. I will never leave this path that I'm on, because I have solved everything up to this point. I've gone through hell and back again, and I have succeeded, and there is no reason to think that I will not succeed until the end. I am not someone to ever stop. I do things to the end. But the path continues back, all the way back again, right? So the reason why I found out is because these archons, they are possessed. Of course, they're a satanic family. They have to have an archon. They have to be demonically possessed in order to be able to manipulate on the level that they do. Chris, my biological father, accused me and Liz that we were the high priest and high priestess, because everything that they are is what they want to tell you that you are. You have to invert everything. When he says I am the high priest and Liz is the high priestess, that means that he's the high priest and she's the high priestess. There's so many ways that I could tell you that I know. Doesn't matter, because the proof of claim is actually with them. It's not with me. I'm free. I just know. This is Gnosticism. I don't have to prove anything. You're the ones who have to prove your fucking legitimacy. You're the ones who trespassed on my property. I don't have to prove anything. I didn't do anything. What I'm doing is my work here. As diplomat of the earth, as a shaman, as a Gnostic. This is a Gnostic investigation, and you are under investigation. We're taking down this pedo-satanic criminal network. And you see, I've been guided by the medicine for all this time. It was in 2000 and... hang on. It was in 2008, 2009 that I got the idea from someone to watch the series Breaking Bad. I've talked about this before. Actually, when you go on my Patreon page, you can go and in the info section where I say that the Gnostic Takeover is the Breaking Bad of spiritual awakening. Okay, because instead of Breaking Bad, where the character Walter White, who is a chemistry teacher, who in the first episode finds out that he's got lung cancer and decides to financially secure his family and break bad and start cooking crystal meth and sell that. He just saw it as a business opportunity and got deeply involved in the criminal world, which made him do many actions that he would normally not do. He broke bad deeply and ended up becoming the mafia boss of the whole world, taking over the whole world of crystal meth production. He took out the mafia, the highest level And it's basically a symbol of the Gnostic takeover also. From 0 to taking over the whole world. Taking back the earth. So a symbol of what it is. Oh, and by the way, this is what it's all about in Breaking Bad. Okay, he's a highly intelligent chemistry teacher. He's Walter White. And during the course of this series, because he has a crisis in his life, he's diagnosed with lung cancer. He's got a midlife crisis. He doesn't like the life he's living because his high level of intelligence makes him see the prison that he lives in. He goes to work as a school teacher, even has to have a second job cleaning cars of his students. And he's just fucked with the world. He's like, what's the point? So he loses his morals. He wasn't moral to begin with, and that's what can happen with any normal guy. When he sees an opportunity, he breaks bad. Okay, you get into the network even on a deeper level. So he transforms from Walter White, the persona, to the persona Heisenberg, which is an expression that he becomes and integrates his shadow self. Whereas with the Gnostic takeover, we take down the shadow self program. Okay? We take down the program of the matrix control system by becoming moral. Okay? And activating our source code, our connection to the source. Is the exact opposite direction, is the exact opposite path that we take here at the Gnostic takeover. And his brother-in-law, his name is Hank. And this is where it gets interesting. This is the way I found out that who my parents are and what level of the control system that they operate on, namely the highest level. Because I also operate on the highest level of shamanism, of Gnosticism. I'm the peak of Gnosticism worldwide. I just know it. I don't need proof of that. I don't need to give proof of that. I just know. Okay? Because I know no one is doing this work. Except me, no one can do this work because I was specifically chosen to do this work because of my personal life path. My soul plan that I decided before I incarnated. This is all the stuff that I found out during the fasting. So I work at the highest level, that's why they work at the highest level. And in actual fact, spiritually and psychologically, my parents, possessed by archons, actually represent holographically, as a holographic projection, they represent my subconscious. They represent my unresolved emotions. And through them and through the interaction of them, and we're getting to a very interesting point of this process now, which I'm going to be speaking about at the end. I'm deleting all my shadows. I'm deleting the program. Them energetically attacking me, trying to manipulate me, actually has the opposite effect to what they think. They think they can still make me change my mind and go back into the system. No. All your actions that you do, that's why I told them that they also work for the plant medicine, ayahuasca and datura. And we have the same boss. The dark occult and the Gnostics work for the same force. It's all interwoven and interconnected to one source. The ultimate intelligence and the ultimate power that is the plant medicine. So coming back to Hank. Hank is, as I said, alright, He is it's their family. They're inside the same family. Walter White and Hank. And Hank works for the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration. And he's the one who's after Heisenberg, alright? The drug overlord who's taking over the market and who eventually takes over the market. And this is something that I call the Hank effect. He only realizes at the end, in season 5, after all his experiences in 1.5 years chasing Heisenberg, he comes to the realization in a moment on the toilet of in their home, in Walter White's home. He comes to the realization that the man he's been hunting since 1.5 years is actually within his family, is Walter White, is his brother-in-law. Yeah. And his jaw drops. So how is it that he didn't realize that? What's the reason why? Also another aspect why I know that my family has the energetic, are on the highest level of this control system and control this system energetically, whereas the Vatican is just for show. It's a structural element of the control system with the jurisdiction and lost at sea and all that. But the energetic control system hub is, for example, with the family. Why brown? Because why is the question that leads and gives you to all, and gives all power to you when you know the answer to the question why, as we know from the Merovingian character of the second Matrix movie. You come to me without the why, and therefore you do not have any power. He's right. And what is the why, Brown? Yeah, it's all vibration. It's all information, and you can decode it. So, coming back to Hank, the reason why he didn't know that it's his brother-in-law who is the drug overlord that he wants to catch is because of emotional attachment, emotional binding of the family, realizing that this is a dream reality. It's all a dream. I'm dreaming this up. Okay, this is the perspective of an awakened being. This is not materialistic. This is my psyche projected outward. From microcosm to macrocosm, I create my reality. And when I dissolve the shadow completely, I create the new reality of the heart. Shachmat to the dark occultists, which is the reason why they are panicking. That's why I'm exposing them. Because you have to expose the darkness, shine light on it. And it has no power anymore. Wetiko can only operate in the shadows. If you expose the shadows to the light and publish it, it cannot manipulate anymore from the shadows. It's emotional binding. The emotional relationship that they have together. That blurs his vision. Can't connect the dots. It was the same with my family. That's why it took me and Liz in total 5 fasts to find out. In total we fasted 102 days since May. And this last fast exposed everything completely. There's no going back anymore. And what has happened is that I've taken over the position of control of my mother that was on the highest level of this control structure, of this hierarchical pyramid of control of the matrix control system. From the 6th dimension, This is the dimension of the Archons, the 6th dimension. Since the 16th of February, and I'll be going into this in another video because it's so powerful, I actually left this dimension here and I went into another dimension on the 16th of February, which is now 10 days ago. It was the 5th day of fasting. This is also, not coincidentally, was the day where I had the first encounter where I told the dark occultists who they are, and I told them what has happened because they lost complete control that day. And she, the high priestess, for the first time let me talk, and he also let me talk of what has just happened, because she needed to find out, because I transcended her matrix. It was in her control, and it is in her responsibility to find out what has happened. I left this dimension for 1 hour and I got operated on by the medicine. I was invited into the dimension of the ultimate source and the ultimate intelligence. Oh, we've got the beautiful Liz here again. And she operated on me neurologically and connected my brain, my neural network, to the original natural matrix, and made me transcend the matrix control system. And that's the nature of the takeover. I have taken over. I am already at the top of the power structure now. Not control, but power, full power. And hey Liz. And this is all now subject to a process of integration. All subject to a process of anchoring more and more deeper in the 9th dimension. I'm the first human being to exist in another dimension. The 9th dimension. It's a process of calibration, synchronization and anchoring. Fully takes time, and yeah, I'm the first human being to be there. This is now not a reality based on a duality, on dual realities, the seen and the unseen world, the 3rd dimension, where we are culturally entrained to be servants and slaves for the 6th dimensional archons that have been installing their control system to ever deeper and greater levels ever since they hijacked perception and the earth. And now we're taking back our earth because they are stuck in the 6th dimension because they're immoral. I've been able to transcend their control system into the 9th dimension, and now we're taking everything back. They were the ones who programmed us before, and now with this takeover we start to transform our perception and transform the archons to our servants and program them, and they will have to serve us, and they will have to serve all of the commands that we give them. The 7 of our commands are just the first ones we give them, and they will have to serve them. Tables turn, the flow of energy changes, and it's game over for them. It's all subject, as I said, to a process, and we just continue walking the path. Alright, you can see the battery's over. This has been a great talk. Thank you for listening and tuning in. We will be right back with you for more on the takeover. In due course, there will be happening a union of opposites now, okay, with the dark occult. They don't have to fear us. It's just a normal process of evolution. They fear it a lot because they're in fear of the unknown. They panic when they hear the truth because the truth brings forward the lies that they've been living in. They think they can escape the lie. They just go back into their loop, okay, into states of awareness from the past where they were in control, and they think they're still in control. They lie to themselves, but they cannot escape reality, and they most certainly cannot escape the consequences of trying to escape reality. Reality just is, the truth is self-explanatory, and no one can escape the truth, especially not them, the Satanists. We have successfully taken them down, and we continue doing what we do, the great work. So now I'm going to be doing something different. Everyone who's watching here with the network, I command you to send the Gnostic Takeover 100 euros to our PayPal account underneath in the description below, stephen.weibra@protonmail.com. I command you, the network, to send the Gnostic Takeover 100 euros when you are in the network. I command you to do so, for I'm the new boss of you. Now, I'm a good guy, therefore you have to support us. It's just the nature of things. And for everyone who's listening in here and wants to support, this is, you know, the PayPal address, and just do it. What's stopping you? This is the great work that's happening here. This is the most amazing work. So go ahead. And I thank everyone for still being here. Go and share this video. This is exciting news, exciting events happening. Go and do it. You won't regret it. Alright, everyone else has to follow the commands of the Commander-in-Chief of the original natural matrix of the 9th dimension that is in command and authority over the 6th dimension. It is what it is. Alright, so thank you to everyone. Welcome to the new Earth. Welcome to the new paradigm. Thank you for listening in. I shall see you next time. Take very, very good care, and bye bye.